So guys, great morning, great morning. Look, my name is Roberto. I've been sober for 5 years, and I've been telling you. By the way, subscribe to the channel. And I'm the sales merc. That's how you know sales merc came from the old work mercantile uh, sales marketing. But anyway, look, I just fixed my issue yesterday with one call. But I realized, look, I am, you see in all my videos when I post, it is the best sales tips and opportunities that a lot of people are missing. Look, we're in the biggest transfer of wealth in the history of the world, which means, look, I purchased a vehicle last month and I realized that the guy didn't transfer the title. There was a bunch of issues with the insurance company. I didn't have time to figure that out. But long story short, I fixed the issue myself yesterday with one call to the insurance company. So they're gonna transfer the title, but the guy didn't follow up. Hey, Mr. Flores, I had to reach out. Look, in the sales business, if you are in sales, and if you're not following up with people, unless they tell you, look, listen, unless they tell you, hey, Mr. Johnson, I don't want you to call me anymore. Stop calling me. Then you stop calling. But even though when they tell you stop calling, they say, well, I'd apologize, blah, 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 blah. But do you mind if I reach back to you in about a year? I know you told me to call you. Can I give you just a follow-up? I'd apologize in about a year. Okay, call me in about a year. So the guy just gave you permission to call him, right? But you got to be professional. Grant, and I'm a huge fan of a lot of people. You got to be professional. I'm a huge fan of John Maxwell. If you haven't read any books from John Maxwell, probably the best books on leadership. I mean, I'm telling this dude he has a lot of voice. I mean, it's just really proper the way he speaks, the way he talks, the way he addresses people, the way, it's just magnificent, right? But, so, follow up. Just go follow up people, man. Just even the people. Oh, the movie. Oh, the leads are weak, man. There's no leads, and they've been calling the same people. But you gotta call. Hey, do you mind if I call you? Hey, who do you know? And go knock some doors. I mean, it is just like, dude. After yesterday, I had to drive to the DMV, which was a complete like. It's just like, oh my god. I don't drive too much, I drive, but as far as like in a Monday, brother, dude, I think it was more strong. When I came home, I had to do my run yesterday, and my wife was like, she was tired too, so I'm going for a run. I'll share the little video as well. I was like, oh, dude, bro, I was like, I said what I would do, say what you want to do and do what you want to say, right? And I fixed the issue. So I'm calling the guy in the dealership. Hey, the dealers, I just send you an email. You see, I got to follow up with the salesman who sold me the car because they it's just like, that's the biggest opportunity. I cannot stress enough the biggest opportunity. Follow up. This will be yourself this week. Follow up. Follow up with people. Follow up. Need some running. Not outside. As yesterday, but you know what? This will run. Actually, no. My wife might went for a run at 6 o'clock. So let's go. Another run later on. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So after my run, I go for a little walk before I finish it up. Yeah, but I'm telling you, and the follow up. And by the way, you never say sales price. You always say investment. The total investment is this. And never ever you say signature. Say, give me your autograph. You put your autograph right here. Great. So in case you become famous, I can sell them maybe. They're gonna be laughing, right? Third one. If you can make him laugh, you can make him buy. Say that again. If you can make him smile, you can make him buy, baby. Build a great report. And if you talk to any salesman, any good salesman in the world, the customer does 90% of the talking, you only talk 10%. 10% you do the talking, 90% you asking questions and building rapport. Building rapport, man, that's it. And after you do the follow-up, you do the after follow-up. Because when you do, I'm telling you, when I drove to the DMV yesterday, what a complete waste of time. But at the same time, I had to pretty much finish the job myself, right? So one of the things, and I think the number is pretty conservative, because of the long period of time, probably one customer is worth, in today's market value, depends of the product that you sell, between $5 to $10 million. And you're like, Roberto, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. Imagine if you're in a commercial real estate, if you lost a customer, unless you're doing small buildings, but I'm assuming if you're in the commercial real estate, you do big buildings, one customer is not going to cost you $5 million. It's going to cost you $100 million. But if you're in the sales of, customer base, depending on your market, each customer is going to cost you between $1 to $10 million over the long period of time. And of course, in the business of sale, there's a lot of people that are going out of sales because they just lost the mojo. No, they just became too reliant on social media. I know we're just gonna put some ads on Facebook, and I think the cheese is gonna stick in the wall. No, you gotta go out there and knock some doors, baby. You gotta make some doors and talking to, I was talking to this, I was researching this real estate guy. Well, we have a couple of VAs and blah, 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 and they'll obviously paying them a couple of virtual assistants from probably overseas. No, you gotta hire people from here. You build your sales team. Like Grant Cardone, all these big guys, they have the sales team in-house, man. Because when you have your people in-house, you can control in-house, and that's a problem with all these virtual things going on. You expect what you inspect, right? If you inspect your peeps, they're gonna be on the phones making sales. But it's all about the numbers. Money loves speed. Money loves speed, folks. Never sells. So look. GameStop is gonna buy eBay for I don't know how many billions of dollars. So do not tell me that there it is a shortage of money in this world. There it is not an absolute shortage of money. You know, I was in a DME yesterday. There was this guy was talking. Look, the guy he didn't have any business being there. He was talking to people and blah. So but it looked as though you can tell he was a hustler. I don't know what he was doing, but I was observing, right? Kind of like the animal in the jungle, right? You know, observing just kind of like, studying people languages, right? Body languages. The energy was low. You can feel the energy. That's the great thing about when you are in sales. You got to work out a lot. You got to be aware a lot of your surroundings, but also when you have that state of consciousness and do a lot of meditation to clear your mind, to clear the day in the sales, so you start a good sales day. You start understanding a lot about body energy, right? We are energy. I don't want to get too collected, too philosophical for you, but it's the reality. When when you talk to somebody, you feel the energy. So when I was in the counter with the guy, as soon as I was not even in the window when I felt, it's not gonna look good, and that's exactly what I just laughed. Don't worry, I make the calls myself. Right, and most of these people from the DMV, most likely, in a few years, having that office setup is going to disappear. Everything is going to be pretty much digital. You don't need to be, and everything is, take a picture of your whatever birth certificate. Someone is going to send someone is going to review that document, and you're approved of the night. You may have some guy in customer service on the phone, but nobody's going to be in the actual counter. They're going to send a license plate to your address, and you don't need to be like, I purchased my truck online pretty much, good credit, good stuff. They were about to deliver the truck. I said, no, I was, the good thing, I just took a day off, and just, for me it was good because everything was in a business. So I was like, driving, but you can buy pretty much anything you want in online, right? So about to go start my day, my phone calls, and you know what? I'm so recharged from yesterday that I'm gonna be like, man, I'm like so pumped up. I already did my 3-mile run. I'm gonna probably walk another mile or two, and I'm gonna do another run at 6 o'clock. And I am telling you, brother, this 2026, we're gonna kick some ass. Remember, it's a Memorial Day weekend. It's a Monday. It's the last Monday of the month, or the week before, right? It's a Monday, so most people are gonna take off. Most people, they're gonna take Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, right? But for me, I'm gonna do exactly the opposite. I'm gonna continue to do my run. I'm studying a lot of stuff. I'm going to an online training college that I enrolled myself. Not at your regular college. I'm on my own pace. It's an online course that I'm taking, man. Sales, and I'm always training. I'm always, 我是不好，我是 Roberto. 你好吗？ Yeah, Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum salam. It's me, Roberto. Oh, yeah. Eu falo português. Eu falo português. Eu me llamo Roberto. Eu me llamo Roberto. Right? If you are in sales and you only know English, bro, I already kick your ass. That's right. I'm 50 plus years of age. With what I'm doing right now is gonna thrust me 10, 50 years ahead of the competition, right? When you guys are figuring that out, oh my God, AI, and all this stuff. I'm in the trenches, doing the grunt work, right? If you're gonna be the best leader, when you train your people, you gotta know how to do the grunt work, do the work that nobody wants to do, but it's so critical for the mission, right? But when you're gonna show up people how it gets done, and that's a lot of things that even when my wife works at a company, my wife knows how to run each of one of the machines in the entire bloody fucking factory. And everybody's, oh my God, everybody hates her. Everybody hates the winners. Tom Brady. Everybody hates Tom Brady. Everybody hates Michael Jordan and the winners and the late Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was my dude, man. Kobe Bryant was my dude. When Kobe Bryant died, I was like, oh man. I felt it, man. I was praying with the family. I was praying, but I was like, man, that dude was, he was an animal, man. Kobe Bryant was a beast. And by the way, if you want to see the best interview, go watch the interview what Patrick Bet-David did with Kobe Bryant. I think probably that interview, that video is probably already like more than 10 million views, because the guy that he had that killer mentality. Like in sales, you gotta be some sort of like a psychopath, not in a way that you're gonna go like kill people, right? But sales killer, right? You're a killer in sales. You're a beast. You're like, you're making calls, and you're like, what some people are making 100 calls a day, you're making 300 calls a day. Which today I probably make about 300 calls today, right? Because of the time that I wasted yesterday, right? So the great thing is that there's no kids in the house, there's no pets. I put my big TV while I'm, having a cup of coffee, and I'm listening to training videos, training sales calls, right? So I'm like, I'm working, man. People are like, well, what are you doing? Well, I'm studying, man, because I love money. I love having things, right? I just purchased a nice truck. I mean, came from the, from the universe. You got to work, but I needed a truck for go to our camping trips. So some weekends we're gonna slam dunk Monday to Friday, and we work one weekend, and the next weekend we go play, man. We go play. We work hard. We play hard. Work hard and play harder. He's like, oh my God. He's like, no, my peeps. You gotta work hard, and you also gotta do the opposite, which means you gotta celebrate your fucking victories, and you gotta go out there and have fun as well. But in a way, have fun. I'm not saying go to drink. I love running. I'm training for my first ultra, but also I like to, I love rock climbing. So I'm about to, give me some gear for, rock climbing. I'm gonna give me some harnesses, and I'm gonna go out there in the mountains of North Carolina. I'm gonna go to Nashville. I'm a huge fan of Alex, the guy that did the free solo. Ooh, talking about cojones. That guy that climbed El Capitan in California with no safety gear attached. This motherfucker is badass. But my wife's like, you know what? People die every day. They sleep in the shower, maybe a car hit him, and or whatever. You really don't know. I've been 5 years sober. I survived a car accident. And my wife is like, what in the world? You still alive? Yeah, you can go back. I think there's some videos on my car. You can go back to my shorts. There's I might actually put another one to kind of repost it again. I tell you, it's 8:30. Got a cup of Joe, a couple of little oatmeal, some cold shower, baby, and I'm gonna hit the phones at 0900. We're gonna kick, and I'm gonna post. See, I'm not bullshit. I'm gonna post on one of my how many calls that I make, so you can tell I'm not like, oh, the guys. I like to do 300, man. So let's go. So 300, challenge accepted. Hit the post, save the post, subscribe to the channel. Go help somebody that can never pay you. Who is your biggest sales trainer? Put it in the chat. Who is your biggest sales trainer? And what's the sales book that you're reading right now? Put it in the comments, put it in the chat. Go help somebody that can never pay you. Go home, take a shower, finish my cup of Joe. Computer is gonna be on in a few minutes. Cable is on. VPN is on. Let's make some money. Money never sleeps, baby. Money loves speed. Woo, money. Do. Money. Yeah, man. I don't know what you like. I like money, man. My cousin out here. Hey, dude, bro. I don't need money, Sandy, bro. I'm not the bank. You'll go get your own, man. It's like I tell people, oh, what's the secret? Fucking work, man. Go get to work. Go get to work the weekends. Make some calls, talk to people, and you'll be successful. Dude, I've been remotely all 2 years and a couple months. Tell you, it's not easy. It's boring some days, but you know what? Hey, the grunt. The boring makes me money. Coach, I want to be the best I can be. What do I do? Just do it. But I'm going to be the best salesman in the company. What do I do? Just do it. And do it, and do it, and do it until the job gets done. Subaru, he has like a Ferrari. Okay, Subaru people, all these guys that they sell all the sporty car, and they say, dude, stop lying to us. If you want a sporty car, go get a sporty car, man. Subaru. They think that they have like a Porsche or something, but hey, whatever the case might be, I say fake it till you make it, right? Let's do it, man. Have a good day. I gotta go, man. I gotta go to work, man. I gotta work faster. Hey.